That's fine.
X.
All
All right, we're live
good.
now.
We're up.
Yeah.
This is us.
Okay.
What's happening? Hope people are on.
We'll see.
Yeah. Where do we start?
I don't know.
Petracca?
Paddy Rechko. Can you actually tell me who Paddy Rechko is?
So I think he Oakley Chargers. If I got this right, Oakley Chargers.
Yeah, so you know his Coast Talent League.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know anything about his
No.
AFL career.
Drafted to Geelong as a rookie pickup. I can't believe we're actually starting here. Didn't play a game this year. I don't know if he actually played many VFL games. He might have been injured. But obviously the Tigers rated him last year's draft, but they had 6-7 picks in the national draft, which filled up their list spots. So, yeah, he played 18 games for Geelong's VFL this year. Good numbers. Probably can play across all three lines, to be fair.
Right.
Good size on him, but not a key position talent.
What position?
Like probably a utility. Midfield, maybe half back, maybe half forward. I know it's kind of...
And where's he going? Richmond.
Going to Richmond for
Okay.
pick 99, who Geelong will turn into some superstar in the next couple of years.
All right.
We should probably actually start with what has been done. So
Okay.
we've got the ticker going at the bottom for those that are watching. So we'll have all the done deals, official deals rolling through there if you need to catch up at all.
Yep.
But so far today, there's been, how many? About 8 deals? 8 deals. So just quick recap of today. Ollie Florin has joined Carlton. That's separate to any Charlie Curnow deal. The Blues sent a round 3 2026
How many
pick.
games did Ollie Florent play this year?
I think it was about 16. He didn't have a stint in the VFL.
Right.
Changwell Jath is a demon.
Yeah.
He'd be happy. More that he's a Gippsland boy more than anything.
I mean, I feel like we're going to be talking about the D's a lot tonight. They've made a lot of moves.
Heaps happening.
They've made a lot of moves. But first reaction was I'm pretty happy with Jack with CJ. I once saw him at a petrol station on my way to Melbourne because
Wow.
he was coming from Morwell as well, I think.
On his way to Melbourne, the Demons.
Early
skid.
on his way to Casey Fields.
On his early skid.
And I said hi to him, and he said hi, and then that was it. So I really like him. I think that tells me he's a really good person.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't know if he's a good... So, like, obviously he's going to be sort of a replacement for McVee, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I don't think he's as dependable defensively as a Judd McVee. But I think he'll come into a role where Trent Rivers maybe plays more midfield, given the other exits
God, I hope so.
that you guys are going to have. So, yeah, it's a good pickup. You might have paid overs, I think.
What did we give for him?
Pick 42 was a part of it. And let me have a look here.
That's overs?
Pick 42 and a 26 fourth rounder. 26 fourth rounder is whatever you want it to be, really. But
Yeah.
Pick 42. Yeah, I don't think CJ had that great of a year this year. Pretty injury
How many games
riddled.
did he play? Yeah, okay. I remember him being injured.
He was kind of fringe in their finals campaign. For those that are watching, do get involved in the chat as well. Happy to answer questions. Want to hear your takes. We'll get to the deals that are yet to go through soon. But just summarising what's happened so far on deadline day. So Changwell Jath to the D's. Hawthorn actually got the next couple deals done as well. Sent Jai Sarong to Sydney. So they also packaged their 2026 round 4 selection to the Swans, who sent a 2026 round 3 selection. Kind of a boring trade, but as I spoke about probably at length in our trade preview, Jai Sarong will be maybe the bargain pickup of the trade period, but there have been a few moves that we didn't forecast at all, only a couple of days out, even a couple of hours out, even minutes out. We'll get to those in a sec. The Hawks and Blues were in a pick swap, so Hawthorn sent picks 9, 31, 42 and 43 to Carlton. So for the Blues, they advance one spot in the draft, and they get some later picks that'll certainly help with bids for Harry Dean at the draft this year. And Carlton sent picks 10 and 22. So that's 2 first rounders to the Hawks.
Yep.
Certainly helps Hawthorn's position to get Zach Merritt. Again, what actually happens there we'll touch on in a sec, but a lot still to play out for the Dons and the Hawks in those negotiations, I would have thought, with 40 minutes left in the trade period. Finbar Maley has gone to Adelaide.
Yeah.
No,
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere as it gets. Up there with Paddy Rechko, I must say, because
That's only because no one knew who he is.
yeah, probably heading into today, Corey Durden was probably the biggest quick turnaround. That happened on Friday. He was raised as a target for Port, and then by the afternoon he was traded to Port.
Yeah.
the Christian Petracca deal has just gone through.
Oh,
Do you want me to read it to you?
oh no! All right, yeah. Hang on. Let me hang on. Okay.
I think you might be happy here.
All right.
Melbourne has traded Christian Petracca 2025 round.
Fuck. Yep.
2025 round 2 pick, so pick 24. So
Okay.
early round 2. A 2025 round 2 pick 28, and a 2026 round 2 selection tied to you guys. I think they're all tied to you. The pick 7, pick 8, pick 37, a 2026 round 1 selection, and a 2027 round 3 selection have been sent to the D. So you got 3 first round picks. You've given up picks 24 and 28. This is real Jeremy Cameron GWS Geelong trade vibe, because the Cats gave up 3 first round picks, but they also got some second
Well, they gave
round.
up 2 first rounders for Daniel Rioli last year, wasn't it? The 2 first rounders, or like a first rounder and a second rounder or something.
It was.
Yeah.
One of them being a pretty early pick. I would be pretty happy with that.
I don't hate that. I'm more okay with Petracca going than Oliver, only from the emotional side. Yeah.
Oh,
from
okay,
emotionally,
yeah.
I was more okay with Petracca going than Oliver.
Yep.
But I don't hate that. I don't hate it.
I think you've done well with it. It's quite fascinating with.
I would have preferred Bailey Humphrey, but
But you know,
damn,
maybe you come around next year with those picks. I don't know. It's going to be quite fascinating.
that's going to be weird. It's
Zach
just going to be
Gold
weird to see
Coast.
him in different colours. Although, if you go to our Zero Hanger Instagram right now, I assume there's going to be the jumper swap of Christian Petracca to the Gold Coast Suns, and he actually looks quite good.
We had a few,
red on red.
If you go up the other day, and on this, I think this thumbnail might have it.
Okay,
So that's happened.
right, done.
Add that to the mix. There's a lot of picks involved in that one, obviously.
Yep.
Maybe we'll circle back in a sec. A couple of so Finbar Maley wasn't on the trade radar at all. Was off contract though, so it's not like the Roos had to work through a lot to settle his future, given he was off contract. But handful of later picks were swapped in that one. I think it was pick 64 and Maley for 57 and a 2026 round 4 selection. Jamara Ugle-Hagen's also going on the Gold Coast along with Christian Petracca. So pick 74 for Jamara, which you probably say that 12 months ago or
That's crazy.
maybe 18 months ago is nuts.
That's
obviously
crazy.
Former pick 1 selection. That's quite a turnout. It'll be real fascinating to see how that unfolds for the Dogs. They clear, I think it's $700K from their books, but the Suns are only paying him about $250. I think they've revised that contract. He'll have some incentives. Sydney traded Jack Buller to Collingwood. They also sent a 2026 round 4 selection. Pies sent a 2026 round 3 selection for the key forward. So they list Brody Mychek, get Jack Buller. I think that's a good trade in a way. For the Pies. And then, as we mentioned, Paddy Richko to Richmond for pick 99. The weird thing about that is Geelong delisted him like last week.
How do you trade a delisted player?
I'm assuming their contracts run until I think it's the end of October. I think it's technically October 31st is their contract.
Right. Okay. So when somebody gets delisted, they're not actually a fit. Like their contracts are probably still there.
It's not like they get cut up that day.
You get shown out the door.
Yeah.
There. They're just telling you they're not going to get renewed.
Yeah. What's funny is though is like it's interesting that the Richmond didn't just wait until delisted free agency, which I think opens November 1st.
Yeah.
So there's interesting for them to maybe they know they don't need that list spot pick 99 because they'll have picks 2, pick 3, or pick 3 and 3 before now after the Oscar Allen compensation, and they've got in a later pick for Tyler Young, which I'm assuming they haven't traded, and they'll use that to get Louis Callaway or someone else and move around and still get Louis Callaway, their father's son. So fascinating kind of one-to-one fold today. For those that are also watching, you're going to also watch me try and put our Zero Hangers draft order page spreadsheet together because, I've got to do that while
we're live streaming. That's okay. We can.
So for those that are fascinated by spreadsheets, you can.
I can just talk about.
You can have some sympathy for me.
How sad I am while you do that. Yeah.
Just something that's come through as well. So it looks like there's been a fresh offer for Zach Merritt from Hawthorn. So multiple, I think Cleary and Twomey are both reporting what has been put forward. Let's have a quick look. So Henry Hustwaite's still going to be part of this deal. It's also going to include picks 10, 22 and a future first. And that would see Merritt and a future third round pick go to Hawthorn. Whether that happens or not, don't know. We've been watching Tom Petroro on the Trade Radio kind of footage. He's pretty much been pacing up and down.
It's literally just footage of him walking up a hallway.
And it's like just like his smile comes and goes with each walk because he's smiling with Hawthorn and then he circles back to Essendon.
I need to know if there's anybody watching right now and you've been watching Trade Radio, like the video version of Trade Radio for the past 2 weeks, like during the day, like during trade week, during like your regular weekdays, apart from the last hour or so where it's actually kind of interesting, please let me know if you're watching. Because I'm just fascinated by people that are that obsessed with it. I've tuned in every now and then, but I don't understand how you can watch a Trade Radio for nonstop for 2 weeks, like the video version.
So that'll be. I just still don't think they trade Zach Merritt as good as that offer is for a 30-year-old.
I don't think it's happening.
I just don't think. I think there's a lot more to it than you're trading. You're getting a good deal. The deal itself's good. I think the ramifications and obviously the stance they've taken to say he'll be a player next year to fold, I think will be worse than keeping him and the disgruntled player that you'll have.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the story's been about his agent Tom Petracca, who's had some interesting manoeuvres this trade.
He currently has 3 buttons undone on his shirt.
Well, every time he leaves Hawthorn's room, he has an extra button undone. He would be well past his 10k steps at Marvel Stadium alone.
Can you give me the lowdown though on Henry Hustwaite and what he is actually worth? Like if you were just doing a trade for just Henry Hustwaite, that's like a 3rd rounder, right?
Yeah, pick 50 to 60. Maybe. Yeah, kind of some of these other deals you've seen Finbar Maley and Jack Buller kind of head one way and they still have a pick going each way as well. So it might be a swap of later picks or an improved position. He's a young player, got plenty of potential, can play midfield, can play a bit of backline, but I think he's probably purely going to be a midfielder at AFL level. But yeah, it doesn't move the needle much, I don't think.
Yeah.
Like Henry Hustwaite isn't. He's probably the 4th best chip in this trade offer, given they've got 3 first rounders on the table. So,
steak knives.
Yeah, steak knives. Obviously if they lose Merritt, then their whole engine room ensemble moves up one, and they still might need someone else coming from the base. They also don't have Ben Hobbs or Will Setterfield re-signed for next year. So if he comes, it could also mean that one of those guys don't get a new contract. So a few moving pieces there. So some of the other deals that are yet to be done. Charlie Curnow's the other big one.
Yep.
Sydney have manoeuvred a few picks around as well and trying to appease the Blues. I just saying, like, does this one happen?
I have a feeling that's going to be like the big headline one that comes in at the last minute at 7:30. But yeah. So what was the offer on Curnow?
So I believe it was their first round pick for this year, which is pick 9 or 10 or something now, or maybe a bit later now. I've got to remember this. There's been that many deals today. Future first round pick. I think they wanted something decent from the Blues back though, which was like pick 22, which has since gone to Hawthorn in that trade of swapped picks. So the Blues kind of have done this thing where Sydney are asking for this. Obviously, the Blues don't really want to be in negotiations at all. So something that the Sydney were after, they've just gotten rid of, and it's made it quite interesting if that's going to unfold. The other part of it is Will Hayward, who's supposedly in Brazil. It's like not even 5 a.m. over there.
Come to Brazil.
I wonder if he's just up still looking like on his phone if he's getting traded or not. So that's going to be quite fascinating. And obviously, they already got rid of Ollie Florent. Yeah. So, there's
so you can't throw that into
one less asset in that trade package that has been reported. So Curnow, Hayward, that's a big one. Petracca's done. Oliver supposedly done.
Yep.
Future 3rd, and you're going to be paying probably half of his contract,
which is like what, $700,000 a year.
Yeah, $650.
That is. I was pretty okay with most moves that we've made, but Jesus, future 3rd, which may as well not be a pick.
I think that gives you a good indication of how keen you guys are to get rid of him. That you're getting that back and you're paying for him to play elsewhere. Like that, we've had good hints on his off-field issues.
Yeah.
And obviously we don't know the full story, and Melbourne would. And I think this gives you a good idea of how serious and how much of an issue it's been for them. But on top of that, supposedly Jack Steele, which is probably, the last 48 hours for the Ds. You happy with him coming in? Seems a bit
so my whole thing was that the problem that we had, like just on field, like obviously, they don't rate Clary off field. But my big issue this year, especially this year, is that in the midfield, you can't really have Viney and Clary playing in the same midfield.
Well,
And then, like, we were...
You certainly can't have two Vineys, which I think...
No, which is what Steele is, yeah. And, like, it's not a like for like, but you essentially have, like, Steele, Viney, and Oliver play pretty much the same role.
Yeah.
Viney had to come out of that role to appease Oliver for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But now it's just Steele and Viney, and I think that's kind of the same issue. But I've heard that the reason that we chase Steele is for, like, leadership, culture thing. So it seems to be a culture play this year for Melbourne, which I'm okay with. Like, we've been through this before when Ruzi came in and sort of cleaned house and whatnot. Yeah. I just wasn't expecting it to be all in one trade period and immediately. But I'm glad we're doing it now rather than, once Tassie comes in and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, the Oliver return isn't great, but the track one is. And it's going to be fascinating because, Stephen King said we'll be playing finals. Yeah. Well, we want to play finals. There's probably a big difference.
Yeah, but like, what's he going to say?
He want to play finals. Not play finals. No, that's like, yeah, exactly. You're right. That's the answer you have to give. It's not an answer you always want to give.
Yeah. Also, he was fresh from the interview, like his interview there. But I think I wonder what the narrative is going to change to after, like, throughout the preseason and everything. Yeah. Because, like, we'll see what the expectations are when he does his, presser. Yeah. In about 2 months' time.
Yeah. Next one, so a couple more. Kalachi, this could be a pretty late one.
Yeah, why hasn't this been done?
Well, I think Brisbane have asked for a first rounder, which I think is pick 16, and I don't think he's worth a first rounder at all.
No. We got a Brisbane Lions fan off camera.
Jack, give us a
first
thumbs
rounder.
Up. Yeah, he's worth a first rounder. No, it's not. No, it doesn't mean squat.
I don't think
off contract, so Adelaide could just say we'll get him at the preseason draft. But they wouldn't be on the clock until, like, one of the later picks. So it'd be interesting if, like, West Coast were like, we might take him. Because it's happened before. Clubs have kind of swooped on players who go a long way.
I thought the whole reason was so that he could get back to Adelaide.
Yeah, but, like, if he doesn't get a deal done, he could go through the preseason draft, which would mean that, West Coast have pick one. I don't think West Coast would do that. I don't think West Coast could do that because there's certain compassionate grounds from clubs and they want to keep good relationships.
Someone do the math on me. Is Perth closer to Adelaide than Brisbane?
He's a Perth boy. Perth is... No, Adelaide's closer to Brisbane than... Wait, what was your question?
Because Archie's meant to be going to Adelaide, right?
Yeah, I think he's from Perth, but also from... I think he's got family in Adelaide as well.
So say he doesn't go to Adelaide, he ends up at West Coast.
Let's say a deal doesn't get agreed to.
Yeah, he goes to the preseason draft.
Go to the preseason draft.
Ends up at West Coast.
Well, West Coast have pick one.
Yeah,
would have pick one if they've got a primary list spot open.
Yeah,
and they could pick him.
Yeah,
yeah.
But if that happened, would that still be okay for him because he's kind of still closer to Adelaide where he wanted to get to? But he's a Perth guy.
This is the thing you got to think of. It wouldn't be good for Brisbane because then they got nothing for him.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be good for Adelaide because they don't get him. So they need to agree to a deal, but obviously they see pretty far apart.
Wait, why does he want to go to Adelaide?
Because they've offered him a contract. He was an Adelaide fan growing up.
Oh, I thought he was a... Yeah, so he's a Perth boy, but he wants to go to Adelaide.
Well, I think he has family or has ties to South Australia as well.
Yeah, right. Anyway. I should watch more trade radio.
Okay. Buku Kamas, another one.
Yep.
It sounds like there's a fair difference between those two. I think like a future second with a future third or fourth coming the other way, maybe. I don't think he moves the needle that much, but we have seen guys like Tyler Young and there's another one as well that got moved for pretty good deals.
Yeah.
Like, okay good picks. So maybe Kamas from that point of view should be getting, I think it's pick 33 or 41 or something. Can't really remember what picks the Blues have. Let's have a look. Carlton have 31, 42, 43. 42 or 43. That should be fine. 31 maybe not. It makes sense if the Blues want to hold that. Jai Simpkins going to stay at North.
He's going to stay?
Yeah, Brady Rawlings confirmed that just before we got on air. So I think Collingwood had really stumped up pretty poor offers all up.
Well, they don't have a lot to
play with, they did give them offer them a future first. And I think they wanted...
For Simkin?
Yeah, but I think there's another pick going to the Roos and maybe they wanted something coming back as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a second rounder, but the Pies also, I don't know, second rounder, 2 second rounders, I think should get that done.
Simpkin.
Yeah, 2 second rounders, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe
fair.
up
I
there.
wouldn't be paying a first rounder for Simpkin.
Yeah, 2 second rounders, and maybe the Pies send a third and get North Melbourne's fourth back,
Yeah.
which might only be about 5-6 spots difference in the draft order. We had a few watching. Feel free to join the chat, ask questions, give your takes. Happy to read them out. Happy to start a convo.
De Goey?
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's a suitor for him.
I didn't even see this pop up.
Yeah, I think so. Supposedly, Collingwood would be open to parting with him if the right offer came.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think that right offer would have to be like a top 15 pick.
Does he want to go?
Well, that was the second part of this was he would be open to a move if the right deal was there as well.
Yeah, right.
But there's been no suitor. People thought maybe Hawthorn, and it makes sense for Hawthorn if they didn't get Merritt. But like the Hawks just go all the way through to 7:30, and if they don't get Merritt, then they don't have a plan B because they wanted Track as well.
Yeah,
but they were chips in on Merritt, and obviously Track's now at Gold Coast. Yeah. Ryan Marshall's probably another one. I think he probably stays. Do I like that for St Kilda? Yes. Do I like it for Ryan Marshall? Probably not. For Geelong, obviously, he would have been pretty good, but I think he probably cost more than their pick 19, and I don't think the Cats wanted to move much from.
Where do you put De Goey's worth? Because 29, premiership player.
He's played 20 odd games in the last 2 years. Like he's been really injured. Yeah, he's really hard to value, I reckon. I think pick 20.
Just whoever has pick 20 gets De Goey.
No, like if I just had to pick a pick,
that's still a first rounder for De Goey. Like, because you'd be putting on more. You'd give him 2-3 years. 29.
He's got a deal till 2027.
Oh, right.
So you'd be taking those two, and maybe you'd give him an extra one.
Yeah.
On similar but not the same money. I don't know what kind of deal he's on because when he re-signed, he had some of those behavioural issues, and I think there were some certain parts of his contract that he had to abide by. So, yeah.
So maybe his deal's like back-ended then. Like if he makes it to...
Yeah. Or he has a trigger for an extra, like a year for 2028.
They should just make the contracts public.
Looks like Charlie Curnow might get done.
Okay. Can someone remember 5 seconds ago whether I said I think that would get done or not?
Do you remember if you said it would or not?
I said it would get done.
Yeah, I think that one does and the Merritt one doesn't.
Yeah.
Have we got another feed on Tommy Petracca? Oh, looks like they've moved the camera in the Essendon rooms, which is fascinating.
I love the idea that this live stream is us watching the live stream
of
another live stream.
I haven't spent too much time on it, but Tommy Petracca is back in the Hawks rooms. He doesn't look happy, so that's a good indication of where things are at.
Yeah. We got 20 minutes until deadline.
The Essendon team are like in that, like it must be the bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's like when he was in there before. It was really like mummy, daddy, and like him and Matt Rose were speaking in one room, and then all the other people were like just sitting still. Like mum and dad having a fight in one room, and
I would love to like right now. So there's like two conversations. We have a question in the chat. What do you think Geelong have to offer St Kilda to get Marshall? There was an offer on the table, right? So Hannah Jewell, what do you think Geelong have to offer St Kilda to get Marshall?
I think offer pick 19. I think that has to be it, or a future first. They're probably going to... if I was a sense, I'd probably ask for a future first, bet on the Cats falling apart, then how high this pick would be, plus how compromised this draft is. Not to say...
How old's Marshall?
30. He was a mature age pickup, so...
Yeah. But he's a ruckman.
I still think it has to be a first rounder. But then I think the Cats can probably give up a future third and get a future fourth from St Kilda. That's probably the line I would take. Yeah. Has to be a first rounder and maybe an improvement on later picks.
Okay.
Unless, I don't...
So how much value, like... So I know it comes down to... Because we're going to do a video with Craft of the Draft just explaining like draft and draft points and everything.
That'll come out tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. So in terms of draft value, like points and everything, what is like a third rounder versus a future fourth rounder?
Just depends where the...
Like it's literally just like...
Well, it depends on what the clubs are. Like if I'm Brisbane's future third and it's North Melbourne's or West Coast's future fourth, there might only be one pick apart. Like the term first rounder is really vague now because
It's like
it
1
could
to
be
30.
It could be pick 1 or it could be probably this year pick 26. We're probably looking at pick 26 picks.
Yeah, but so a pick has like draft points.
Yeah, okay. This is
right?
the other thing I'm going to say for anyone
It's like
listening.
pick 1 is like 1,500.
Just wait. No, it's 3,000. But I'm
That's
going to
what I
say,
said.
for anyone listening and you, when you're looking at trades and to see if they're fair with pick swaps,
Yep.
don't really look at points if it's like you're trying to figure out like if we're giving, or maybe if it's a player trade, it makes more sense. Like if we're sending 3 picks to the Saints for Rowan Marshall and you tally up those 3 picks points and it's worth pick 12, like don't look at it like they're giving up pick 12. It doesn't work like that. Points only matter if you need to match bids for academy guys.
Oh shit! Is really?
Was that sarcastic?
No, I was like, I genuinely didn't.
Points don't mean shit if like you're just trading a player and you want to get rid of points and list spots and stuff. Like
Yeah.
points only matter because of bids. They just have. It's just a way. It's an index for the AFL to understand or to be able to calculate.
Yeah.
Be able to calculate what needs to happen if a bid comes in at a certain pick.
Right. Okay. Yeah, because like to me, a future third and a future fourth are essentially the same pick.
Yeah. Yes and no.
Like,
But like you got to look at West Coast's future third. Probably is looked at as a second round pick because it's probably going to be the first pick of the third round, which comes straight after the second round.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. Did you
Yeah.
guys know that? Off camera?
Yeah,
You guys will, so-
there's
alright.
a pet peeve of mine are people always thinking like, oh, they've sent us these 3 picks, so it's only worth like this amount of points, which is only worth this pick. Like, don't
Yeah.
look at it like that. Points are only for clubs that actually need to worry about getting a certain amount, like Gold Coast, Brisbane this year, Carlton this year, Essendon this year. They're the clubs. So yeah, tomorrow we'll have our craft of the draft, and we'll look at probably the clubs that are going to shape the draft off the back of this trade period. So for those that want to kind of more draft lens and focus on the draft order, we'll have that tomorrow. But after this as well, we'll be shooting more of an extensive recap on every club, who they got, what it means, and that'll probably come out tomorrow as well. But this is just some fun live stuff as the deadline nears and as absolutely nothing happens.
Yeah. 18 minutes. Thank you, Hannah Jewel, for the question, by the way. Send more questions into the chat. I'm learning a lot. I have a few more questions. One thing that I missed because I was doing other stuff, living my life like a normal person and not paying that much attention to trade radio.
I'm just playing golf.
What happened? Can you give me like the spark notes on the Leclerc situation?
Yeah, so it sounds... I don't know St Kilda's motivation for turning their back on Leclerc.
Yeah.
But obviously what commentary from GWS was that very early into this year, or a long time ago from today, the Saints had pretty made it clear that they want to leave. O'Leary had made it pretty clear he was going to leave. Jason McCartney, the Giants football boss, even said like O'Leary didn't really want to leave the club, but better opportunity, really good money. Like he was crying in his exit interview because he was so passionate about and happy about the time he had at the Giants. And and then all of a sudden St Kilda like, nah. Supposedly, the Saints wanted to keep their future second rounders. According to Jason McCartney, there was a second rounder involved in this trade negotiations, and then all of a sudden the Saints just pulled the pin. I don't know if it was a salary cap issue. Maybe they didn't think they were going to get Sam Flanders. Obviously they bumped up Cal Wilkie's deal as well. So as much as Gubby Allen said we've got cash to splash, maybe they ran pretty dry pretty quick. So
how did you feel about that Gubby Allen presser?
I didn't
on the
actually
first day?
see that one that much because while I think you and Aiden were there, I was kind of typing something up. Tim Lamb I thought was best on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't see Gubby, but I did see that one bit about him, about the money to spend. So he's a funny operator.
I didn't really know much about him until that presser. I didn't know who he was or what his role is. Is he the list manager now? No.
Well, he's
Wasn't Silvani the list manager last year?
They've kind of got the same role but different roles, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like they've probably got different titles, but they do a lot of similar stuff.
Yeah.
Another thing is probably a good public service announcement. There we go. Looks like we might have something from Cal Archie. Oh, it's just an offer. So according to Cal Toomey, Adelaide has offered a future second round pick and a future third round pick. What did we say? We didn't really say anything.
We said not a first round pick.
Yeah.
Jack is not happy about that.
So like
future. So was it future second and future third?
So let's look at Adelaide's round 2 and round 3 picks this year, right?
Yeah.
So that would have been 297 points and 0 points. 0 points? That doesn't make sense. Sorry, 0 points. Yeah, because from pick 55 onwards, 0 points
Wow.
in the draft. That's the other thing. People have complained, it's so hard. It's so easy for clubs to just pack, like Gold Coast and stuff, to package later picks. Now all these later picks have no value. So you really need second round and third round. So 297 points is all you're getting, points-wise. So really it's just like a second round pick.
Yeah.
But that's not the way to look at it. Just look at it as you got 2 list spots, 2 spots in the queue. And the other thing is, like, people with like a pick in the 50s or 60s, like by the time bids and Father Son, like that pick in the 50s or 60s is going to be pick 80. But no, it's actually going to be earlier in the draft because all the picks ahead of you get swallowed up.
Yeah, okay.
So people always think, so the Will Brodie one, pick 103. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Great example of, like, some people are like, it's going to be like pick 120 by the end of the draft. No, that'll be pick like 60.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be like 40 picks potentially or swallowed up or passed on. It's going to come all the way back. Freo probably don't even need it, but they actually, it sounds like they won't use it. They just gave him up for a pick they won't use.
So then, like, is there a rule? Obviously, if you're doing a trade, you have to give something in return, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just
say
give a player to another team.
Yeah. So that's why, like, pick 103 didn't exist like 5 days ago, right?
Yeah.
And then technically, if you've got, like,
they created a 7th round of the draft to get Will Brodie over.
Technically, if you have 6 list spots open for the draft, like, you've got 6 rounded picks, 6 picks in 6 rounds.
Oh my god!
Like, unless you've traded into another round, and you have 2 third rounders, then you have to go up to round 5. But technically, every club, if you have 6 list spots open for the draft, you've got a pick in each round. So all of a sudden, they're like, okay, well, we have 6 list spots. Because Port delisted heaps of players. They lost Boak and Atkins to retirement. They traded out no one. I don't think they traded anyone, did they?
Hang on, let me check the...
That sounds right.
No, I don't think I've traded anyone out. They got Ware, Durden,
so
Brodie.
They've opened up like 8 list spots. So technically, they would have 8 picks.
Yeah.
But you only have to use 3 picks or rookie upgrades or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can't just go to the draft and say, no, we don't want to draft this year.
Yeah.
So pick 103 was probably end up being pick 60, which might be like their second pick of the night. Yeah. Because they've traded every other pick except like pick 49.
So what do you think they're doing list wise then? So are they going to fill that up in the draft, or do you think that they're going to fill them up with? Yeah,
Jason Cripps has confirmed that they've given upgrades, so from rookie list to primary list to 3 guys. So Harrison Ram, Josh Lai, and Tommy Cochran. So they've given those guys 3 upgrades. I think they still will use a pick at this year's draft, but they want to build up 2026, 2027 picks. I can't believe we're talking about Port Adelaide's future draft planning with 13 minutes to go.
Yeah.
That's probably because nothing's happening.
Trade approved.
Who we got?
Oh, Jack Steele to Melbourne.
Don't sound so excited.
Yeah. Okay. Trade approved. St Kilda trade. Jack Steele to Melbourne for a round 3 selection.
It's a pretty one-dimensional midfield.
Yeah.
Because not only is it Viney and is it Steele, Langford's not slow, but he's not quick either. He's quicker than those 2.
I think he's sneaky quick sometimes.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's slow.
Yeah.
But we
were playing him on the wing.
Yeah, he did really well on the wing for a player of his mould. But you've got Cozzy and you've got Rivers. Yeah. The question is, when they play in midfield, where's Viney and Steele playing? Yeah. Yeah, always having bench. One of them in there, and then
Well, I don't like. We played around with putting Viney forward, like half forward, for a couple of games, and like in spurts. Yeah, it was okay. Like, he started becoming a bit of a he started kicking goals, but I don't know. Can Jack Steele kick goals?
Yeah. To be fair, I'm going to let you kind of filibuster here because I need to sort this spreadsheet out.
Yep.
It's pretty much Clary for Jack Steele, which probably doesn't sound as bad as what it probably would have 18 months ago.
But so we're trading out basically what Melbourne have done. We've traded out
round 3
no leadership for some leadership for less disposal output, I think, and slightly less clearances. Let's what I'm going to do while Mitch is sorting out the spreadsheet, I'm going to go on the AFL stats comparison. So let's go Clary, Clayton Oliver compared to
I think Clary will look
Jack Steele.
I think Clary will look good in this. I don't think Steele. Clary was still pretty solid this year.
Well, I just want to see if there's anything that Steele outranks Clary in. Like, it might be tackles. If I had to guess, tackles. So they're pretty clear. They're pretty much the same on fantasy points, rating points, goals. We got it.
Clary's done.
Clary's done?
Yeah, so that's for a 2026 round 3 pick. So that's GWS's 2020. I can do that now. GWS's 2020, what did I say? 6th round 3 pick. I still haven't done the track deal yet. I'm sorry for those that follow our draft order page and that are wondering why.
Melbourne trade Clayton Oliver to GWS for a round 3 selection tied to GWS in the 2026 AFL draft. Okay. So you can update that. Where I was saying, for Melbourne fans,
still got to do this.
Clary does outrank Steele in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But Steele is better on tackles.
And less baggage.
On average. Less emotional baggage. And slightly... he is 0.1 above average in hitouts, whereas Clary has no hitouts. So I think that's an upgrade. We've got we've got a midfielder, an inside mid, that has one more hit out than Clayton Oliver. Ah, shit.
All right.
I think I'm just not used to it.
I'm still trying to figure out this track deal.
Is it through?
Track, got
Yeah,
that's approved. Yeah, it's more just like there's 100 picks. There's 8 picks in this deal.
Yeah.
So what do we say? 2025. There was a pick 24 is now Gold Coast. That's good for them. Oh, that's the first pick of night 2, which they won't, which they'll have traded by, some before the draft or during draft night.
Yeah,
that'll be a very valuable pick for whoever can get that.
Sorry, Gold Coast.
Yeah. So the pick you got for Judd McVie.
Yeah.
You sent to,
Suns.
The Suns.
For
yep.
Petracca. I don't know how anybody keeps up with this. I know it's literally your job.
I am trying.
Okay. So just while so this is career average, by the way, for the people while Mitch sorts out his spreadsheet. So we essentially traded Clayton Oliver for Jack Steele. Disposals. Clayton Oliver, 28.2. Rated elite. Jack Steele, 23.1. Above average. Clayton Oliver, 3.3 marks. Average. Jack Steele, 4.2. So I think he can play maybe a little bit better on the outside. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
This is really poor.
I'm barely paying attention. I'm just trying to emotionally process not having Clayton Oliver at our club, which is fair. I don't know why I'm more upset about this than Petracca leaving, but here we are.
Oh my God, I've just switched back to the Trade Radio live stream. It's just Petracca on his phone. Jared Roughhead looking at him. He's looking at him like, are you okay? Like, wait. I might have missed that, but I feel like Jared Roughhead just went to check the time and he wasn't wearing a watch. He just went like this and went, oh, I don't have a watch. Something's happening here. Dave Trotter's rolling through to St Kilda's door.
Who?
Dave Trotter. I think he might be Dave Trotter. Who's Ryan Marshall's manager?
So, per Mitch Cleary, St Kilda will be paying some of Jack Steele's contract over the next 2 seasons as well.
Hemisphere. Wait, Dave Trotter, Hemisphere, yeah.
That's not bad. So, if we're paying Clary's contract, they're paying Steele's contract. Are we still paying Grundy's contract?
No, you never had to pay a cent. Oh, that's interesting. Dave Trotter is Ryan Marshall's agent. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Steele's same as Steele's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but he's just rolled into St Kilda's room.
Yeah, I think he's the same agent as Steele.
Yeah,
and
let me think about the
ramifications.
Marshall.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Nah, I don't think that's happening.
Do you really want Ryan Marshall?
I'd be happy to give up a first round pick. There you go. Boom. Geelong has offered pick 19 and a future second rounder for Ryan Marshall.
So pick 19 and a future second round pick for Ryan Marshall.
This could be happening.
That's not bad. I would take that.
I would like something.
I would take that.
Give us a 4th round pick.
Why? What do you need that for?
I don't know. We'll go pick up Lawson Humphries again. We'll do whatever we got to do.
No one needs a 4th round pick.
Geelong thrive on 4th round.
Actually,
picks.
yeah, no, that is true.
Our failed premiership tilt was built on 4th. So what else we say? Round 2 selection.
Oh, it's all happening.
2026.
5 minutes.
Round
Merritt. Where is the Merritt deal?
I
Come on, Dodoro.
should we wager if it happens or doesn't happen? I don't think it's going to happen. Do you
I don't think it's going to happen.
it's
I don't think if it's hasn't like I know they wait until the last second for things to come through, but surely it gets done. It was done like, or at least leaked that it was done. Because like the Oliver and the Steele and the Petracca, and the Rechko, all those picks were done. All those trades were done ages ago, but they just weren't confirmed by AFL House or like officially lodged. And the fact that the Merritt one hasn't been leaked or like approved yet.
So I'm still trying to do picks.
Surely it's done. And I don't think Curnow's getting done either. I actually can't come out. Did Curnow get done?
I think Curnow. No, there's no. It's up in the air.
There's handshakes between Sydney and Carlton.
Really?
Who?
Sydney and Carlton are handshaking.
Oh, Sydney and Carlton handshaking.
That could mean anything.
Yeah, that could mean
imagine-
fuck off. See you next year.
Imagine it's like, oh yeah, Paul Connors is just hanging out the door. Oh, they are shaking hands.
They're shaking hands.
Like I know what you were talking about, Jack, but now like I'm looking at it.
Who looks happier? Surely Sydney. They're getting Charlie Curnow.
I can't see Graham Wright's face. I can see Nick Agresta.
I've also
Charlie
already.
Curnow will be a Sydney player.
Wow.
Congrats.
Well done,
Swans.
Curnow. You got out.
Can't wait to see this deal.
Congratulations, Curnow.
I'm just looking at like Chris Keane and Leon Cameron in the Blues rooms, and they're like, I feel like they're trying not to like smile really hard.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, yeah, cool, great work, guys. Like we could all agree. And all the Blues guys are just like, oh crap,
Yeah.
what have we done? I can't wait to find out what this is. So it's got to be their first round pick.
It's got to be a first, multiple firsts.
First round pick, which is it pick 11? Pick 11. Future first. Will Hayward. And like I don't know.
This was what was tabled before, right?
Yeah, but,
No.
but they also wanted pick 22 coming the other way, and Carlton don't have pick 22 anymore.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Wow, Curnow at the Swans. I like that. They're so good at like recruiting really good forwards.
so Gold Coast 2026 first round pick is yours as well, right?
What?
Yeah,
What?
in that track deal.
In that track deal,
You got
yeah.
yeah. So that's the first. It's the first 2026 first round pick to be traded. Always interesting for next year. Follow, hopefully, you're hoping the downfall of the Gold Coast Suns for next year.
No, I'm tipping them for the flag again next year, to be honest.
Well, it's a win-win for you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless
Well,
they come in the grand final and lose.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
And then what did you else? Did you get? You got the 2027 round 3 pick. That'll be great.
So that's it. Like, but we're not. That's not confirmed.
What?
That Tassie, you're actually coming into the comp.
No, this is the fascinating part about
'Cause it's
2027 picks. Is
yeah.
like people have no idea how to value them.
It's still not confirmed whether or not
So-
they're actually going to be in the comp. But
No
they
one's-
do get to draft a year or so before they come in, right?
They can have access to some 17-year-olds, but it's a matter of what 17-year-old will go to Tassie a year early,
Yeah.
and what 17-year-olds will just wait for the draft.
Yeah.
What's fascinating is out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, I think we've had 4 2027 picks traded this trade period. None have come in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Although you'd assume potentially that Charlie Curnow's trade might involve a 2027 first round pick.
Right.
Might. Don't think they go all 3 first rounders, but if Sydney really needed to get this done, it's probably happened.
Yeah. All right. We're like a minute from the deadline.
So
is there a chance that once the deadline's over, we'll find out that some deals were done?
Tom Petracca. Oh, can I don't know if I'm like, oh no, they just changed it. I was going to show.
Are you seriously gonna show your laptop to the stream?
Yeah. Well, don't leave our stream, but just anyway.
Wait, what is happening there? I can't see.
It was Tom Petracca who's looking really sad in the
Okay.
Hawthorn rooms, but this is all happening. You can see Carlton and Sydney list managers showing each other's phones for some reason.
But even if the Merritt deal doesn't get done this year, right? It'll just happen again next year.
So Tom Petracca I think I'm paraphrasing here because paraphrasing what Tom Morris paraphrased.
Yeah.
Well, he might not have paraphrased, but he sent like a warning to Essendon saying it's going to happen next year. He's going to be of less value.
Yeah.
My thinking of that is, it's going to be of less value, but like you're also getting a 31-year-old, not a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Merritt has less value for a reason.
Yeah.
Merritt is a pro. He's not going to play bad footy next year, because of this.
No.
I don't think he is sour grapes throughout the whole.
I don't know.
year.
Like, I don't know how you can walk back into the club and just be comfortable, like playing footy. It'd be so weird.
No, I think it's fine. Just won't be captain. No deal for Zach Merritt, says Kaltumi.
Done? What?
Well, it's 7:30 and it doesn't look like anything's happened. Tom Petroro's, we got eyes on him still. No, but we've got eyes on Essendon and it doesn't look like there's much movement. Good on him. I'm very happy about Essendon. As you know, they'll probably still finish bottom 6 or something. But like, great for them. I'm very happy with that. I can't wait to see how this all unfolds.
Yeah.
And I think another part of this is like a rival, like probably your biggest rival, is now not, has just, I guess, missed out on having their premiership prospects extremely significantly boosted.
Wow.
And they've just kind of also wasted Hawthorn's trade period. Like the Hawks wanted Christian Petracca but prioritised Zach Merritt. They might have.
That is actually so funny.
They might have gone for Jordan De Goey if this Merritt thing if they had pulled a pin on it early. I'm sorry.
I do respect Essendon for the I don't know if respect's the right word. I was going to say respect them for the way they've handled it, but I don't know if it's respect. I don't know if it's admire, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, this is one we forgot to talk about. So Kalachi hasn't been traded, neither has Buku Kamas. Forgot this other.
So the Archie one didn't get done.
So Buku Kamas is contracted, so he's not going anywhere. He's a dog.
Yeah.
Next year. He's not a dog, but he's a dog's player next year.
How dare you?
Kalachi, though, is off contract.
So he's going to West Coast.
So I'm more focused on Tom Petroro and his movements. I can't believe
he's going to the draft.
Wow. Pre-season draft. Yeah, but like we said, there's West Coast coming up.
They're not going to pick him up.
I sound like Sam McClure. They're not going to pick him.
He's not going there.
They're not going to pick him, Mitch.
Oh my God.
So no Rowan Marshall. Andrew Mackey looks like he's busy on the phone, but no more Rowan Marshall, I think, as well. So Jai Simpkin, Jordan De Goey. This was a big chance as well. As big as this trade period could have been. As big as this trade period could have been, it also could have been a bit of a fizzer. Charlie Curnow getting traded is pretty big. Like 2 times.
Wait, so hang on. Did Hayward end up moving?
Well, we haven't found out what the deal of the Charlie Curnow situation is.
Yeah, but surely then they would have said, someone would have reported that Hayward was part of the deal.
I haven't seen anything, but that would be assumed given Ollie Florent was in a separate deal.
Yeah. That's so crazy. Essendon has said no. Zach Merritt is staying at the Bombers. Oh, cool. We get another year of talking about Zach Merritt leaving Essendon.
So some of my Essendon mates are upset that this doesn't happen.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I wasn't upset with Petracca going, because if he doesn't want to be there, you don't want him there. And Merritt, it's this is going to be breaking news, but I don't think Merritt wants to be at the Bombers right now.
Shout out to Jasper. I know Jasper quite well. He's made note that Sam Mitchell's met with Harley Reid, Oscar Allen, and Zach Merritt. He's actually not landed any of them.
Right.
Wasn't the case for Don Barras. That was successful.
Yeah.
That's as aggressive as his plays have been for those 3 players.
Okay,
hasn't bought a single one off.
Carl Tomey saying that Essendon wanted pick 10, 22, and a 26 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick for Zach Merritt.
It's overs.
That is way overs.
It's overs. As much as Hawthorn want to be winning right now, you could leave some of those picks and package them for next year for someone else.
Yeah.
Zach Butters is a restricted free agent next year. That's all of a sudden he's their number 1 target.
Yeah.
They can't get anyone between now and then. So you may as well just go chips in on Zach Merritt. Trade maybe one of those 2 first-round picks, or maybe trade both those first-round picks into next year and go chips in on Zach Butters.
When you think about it,
Zach
though,
Butters.
was
Too many Zachs.
how much of an impact, this year, when you watched Hawthorn play, were you at any time were you thinking they could really use a Zach Merritt type in this
Hawthorn?
team. Yeah.
Well, the Will Day absence hurts, and now they've lost
Yeah.
James Warple. Like if Will Day has another injury, they've got John Newcomb and
Yeah.
Connor Nash, Cam McKenzie, Josh Ward. Like that's not a grand final winning midfield unit. That's harsh because Will Day probably will be playing more times than he won't next year. But like that's not saying James Warple moves that needle either. But if they had Merritt, Day, Newcomb, it's hard to beat from what you get from all three of those guys.
Yeah. No, I see that. Anton says, St Kilda, we all know you can't buy a premiership, so trade Marshall and let us all laugh at your Moneyball team.
Great.
You can't buy a premiership. Although,
well,
you could. I mean,
Melbourne Storm did.
yeah.
Then they lost it.
This is AFL, mate. I'm thinking of the last... So Brisbane... How many free agents did Brisbane have when they, this year?
Did they pick up
Yeah.
two? Sam Draper, Oscar Allen.
No. Like the last premiership winners, like in their current team,
Right.
like that, like they all came through. I'm just saying you can't buy a premiership,
No,
right?
you can't. Drafts.
I think you
drafts-
probably can.
Drafts make or break premierships.
Yeah.
It's good drafting. You can bring in some big names, but it's really about the kids you can consistently bring through your recruitment.
Did Dangerfield come to Geelong as a free agent?
Free agent, which we
And then he eventually won a premiership. Jeremy Cameron came to Geelong as a
7
free
years later.
agent.
Yeah.
He eventually won premiership.
Yeah.
That Geelong 22 team is a...
Isaac Smith was recruited as a free agent and he won Norm Smith. You've got an argument.
Geelong bought a premiership
No.
for 22.
Well, let's have a look at that list.
Who'd you draft? Holmes.
Brandon Parfitt. Holmes didn't play that game either. No.
No, I think you're right.
got-
I think the majority of
you've got-
premierships are won through the draft,
You've got me
but
so like I've just searched 2022 AFL team, like nothing else. Geelong.
yeah, that is how Geelong fans view the AFL. Is if you Google the AFL team,
Koning?
it should come up with Geelong.
De Koning. Like, just let me get to the team. Sam De Koning drafted. Jack Henry drafted, rookie draft.
Which
Kade Kolodjasny, I think, was rookie draft.
I don't
Jed
actually
Hughes,
care that much about
Yeah.
this.
Zach Tui, traded. Tom Stewart. Blitzarves. O'Connor, Duncan, Close, Stengel. Well, Stengel was still listed free agent. Gary Rowan recruited via trade. Tom Hawkins, Brian Myers, Tom Atkins, Joel Selwood, Zach Guthrie, Brandon Parfitt.
Drafted.
Checkmate.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't care either way. Okay, so should we do a quick recap of
Let's do this. Yeah,
Well, I think 'cause
deadline day recap.
deadline's done. Congratulations everybody. We got through another trade period.
This could have been an email.
It was very good. Every trade period could
All right,
be an email.
wait. The Curnow stuff is in
Okay.
per Sam Edmund and Riley Beveridge, but I'm just going to read Sam's. Swans would get Curnow. They get picks 31 and 42.
Great.
So, and they get Carlton's second round pick in 2027. So Sydney's academy bidding is in a better position than I thought it would be coming out of this. Because they got a
Do
few,
they
got a
have
few
who do they
boys.
have coming through this
Academy?
Carmichael?
Lockie Carmichael, Max King, Noah Chamberlain, and Harry Kyle's probably been the latest riser.
They
There
have
could
that
be
many.
Yeah, and I think King and Carmichael are maybe late first round picks.
Yep.
So it'll be fascinating. They'll have to get a little bit busy. But they've sent Will Hayward.
He is going. All right.
They've sent their 2025 first round pick, 2026 first round pick, and 2027 first round pick. We have 3 first round picks.
Wow. Okay. How old is Curnow?
28.
28. Oh, that's yeah. No, I reckon that's actually a pretty good deal.
I don't know how much of the commentary around Charlie Curnow is focused on his body, by the way. He played 18 games this year. I'm assuming he missed all of them through injury.
Yeah, but
he has played.
he
did
played them at Carlton.
Yeah, but he did play 20 plus games the 3 years prior, and that was off the back of an ACLs. So 3 first round picks. Swans have given up. Which another thing, AFL just like all of a sudden being like, hey guys, you can trade all 3 of your first round picks now. It was a little bit like Geelong and Sydney trying to get Curnow, Hawks trying to get Merritt. Is a bit funny. Anton has asked, yes, drafts and development, and the odd bike can do it. St Kilda tried it in 2009. Guess who beat them? Well, Saints.
Anton is upset about the Royal Marshall deal.
Tell us how you really feel.
But that's fair.
Did the Saints really like a lot of their key players?
No, but you're right. It's, the whole point is draft and development
Is he saying the draft is
is the reason that you win premierships, which is
Yeah.
true. Which is why it's interesting
Yes,
with...
I think he's saying the Saints tried to go the draft avenue
Yeah.
because all their stars were pretty much recruited through the draft.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Okay, so should we do a little wrap up of the things that did get done? We are going to do a full club by club video pretty much shortly after this. That it should be online or uploaded tomorrow morning, depending on what time I go to bed tonight. Yeah, but maybe we should just do the biggest deals
of today, or what?
Yeah, or the whole thing. I don't know. How do you want to do it?
Well, let's go. Let's recap today's trade deals.
Yeah, the deadline rush.
We'll go from most recent backwards. We haven't gotten any confirmation on Charlie Curnow just yet, but it sounds like 3 first-round picks are heading to the Blues.
Yeah, right.
Who send 3 picks of their own back with Charlie Curnow, and Will Hayward's also going to Carlton. So Clayton Oliver traded. Round 3 selection tied to GWS 2026. Right before that, Jack... What was that noise? Nothing. Sometimes I forget we're on camera. Jack Steele went to Melbourne for a 3rd-round pick as well. Sounds like Melbourne might pay some of that. St Kilda might pay some of that contract, so that's good for the D's, I think. Get rid of Clary, even though you're paying him his money, but Jack Steele's money is also not as much, obviously.
How much do you reckon Jack Steele's on?
Track got traded. Jack Steele would probably be on a bit, I think.
Captaincy.
Also, like, who else were the Saints paying? And I reckon his last deal, he probably signed around 2022. Yeah. Like, he finished top 3 in the Brownlow, I think, a couple years ago, like 5 years ago.
Yeah, true. Okay, sorry, go on.
Track traded, picks 7, 8, future first. You did send a couple of second rounders, like we said, it's a bit like the Jeremy Cameron trade to Geelong with GWS. As much as the Cats gave up, they actually sneakily got some good picks back, which I think they might have used to get Max Holmes. Not directly, but traded to get Max Holmes. A few other picks. There was 8 picks in that, but mostly it was around the first rounders going to Melbourne and Track and a couple of seconds going to Gold Coast.
Yep.
Paddy Rechko. We're finding a lot about Paddy.
On your Paddy.
Pick 99 despite him being delisted. So he's gone from Geelong to Richmond, even though he was delisted by the Cats.
Round 6, pick 99 honestly sounds like something you would read in a Batuta Advocate headline.
Yeah, some random regen who.
But fair enough, fair play.
Jack Buller traded along with a 4th round selection in 2026 for a 3rd round pick. So he's gone from Sydney to Collingwood. Collingwood have sent a 3rd round pick in 2026 for him and Scott Sydney's 4th rounder for next year. Jamara Ugle-Hagan for pick 74.
We didn't even talk about that.
We did a little bit.
Jesus.
It's amazing. What's a pass for Jamara next year?
Play a game.
Play a game?
Play a game. Nah, I think
Does pick 74 play more games than Jamara next year?
I don't think pick 74 gets used.
Well, probably gets used for something. I don't know.
That is a good question. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
What do you think a pass mark is for Jamara? I think to get on the park before round 6, I think it'll be a pass. And then once he's on there, I don't know, 10 goals. I reckon the bar's pretty low for Jamara this year.
Yeah, 5 games.
What do you reckon, Jeremy?
Goal a game.
You're a Dogs fan. What's a pass mark for Jamara next year at the Suns? Okay. Jeremy said he's going to do all right.
Maybe it's not on field. Maybe it's earn another contract. Like if Gold Coast see enough to give him an extended contract.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the pass mark for them.
Yeah.
They might not. They don't necessarily need him next year.
The weird thing is
they just need him to be potentially an asset and not disrupt. The
It's okay. Next year, pass mark is no headlines. No controversies. Yeah, no have you nothing about your car in the news, and that's it.
Just if there are any Blues fans watching, Haywood, Ainsworth, Florent, Chesser, Reedy, picks 9, 11, 2026 first, 2027 first. Are you happy with that? You lose Curnow, you lose De Koning, you lose Silvani. So probably not.
No.
Michael Voss would be livid. Actually, can we speak about this? Michael Voss, I know we're recapping stuff, would be livid.
Yeah.
What
is he supposed to do with his team?
He's been told to be. They've backed him in for next year. And he's like, cool,
Yeah.
give me this chance. And then the list team's just like, they've just lost 3 really good players. And they haven't replaced them.
Yeah.
Like, who's their key forward next to Harry Mackay next year?
Yeah.
Brody Kemp, coming off an Achilles injury, who stands at 192 centimetres.
Ben Ainsworth.
180 centimetre Ben Ainsworth. Like, Will Hayward's would be high 180s, maybe low 190s.
Yeah.
He's not a key forward. They delisted Harry Lemmy. They've got to hit delisted free agency. And
I like Chesser.
I like
But,
Chesser,
like,
but I don't know.
All these players are like Florent Ainsworth, Chesser, Hayward. They're all players that like. Well, they're players that you can just throw in a trade and it doesn't really make that much of a difference either way. Because like they were all happy to lose them. They all feel like just those types of players that Carlton bring in and everybody gets excited about, and then nothing happens. Like who was old mate? I can't remember, but
yeah,
they have that. I would not be happy if I was a Carlton fan.
No,
And they're not happy anyway.
and this is
before all this
so
happened.
much pressure on Michael Voss.
Yeah.
I wonder if they would make a change.
Yeah.
Or
I actually think that Carlton fans are like now understand that it's not Vossi's fault. Because I never thought it really was.
We've spoken
Vossi's.
about this a lot this year. I think some of it's Vossi's fault.
Yeah.
And some of it's not Vossi's fault.
But
That's
now,
usually-
like next year, it's like if they don't make finals again next year,
they won't be playing finals.
yeah. But if they they won't.
Jagger Smith.
But he gets a pass, right?
No,
It's like, what's he supposed to do with his list?
he's a contract coach.
You have Harry Mackay
Contract
and
year.
Patrick Cripps, who has like 2 discs in his back.
Walsh,
What are you gonna do?
Jagger Smith.
Jack Smith is like 12 years old.
Yeah,
Like, what is he supposed to do with this list?
I think they actually got a good deal for Charlie Curnow though. 3 first rounders and Will Hayward.
Yeah, but like you'd rather keep him. I don't know. And I'll say this, and then Carlton will finish like 4 spots higher than Melbourne, and I'll be mad. But still, yeah. All right. So where else were we at?
Yeah, what else?
I think Gold Coast did pretty good.
Yeah, Gold Coast have done well. Get track.
Yeah.
I think they've got a fair. Let's have a look at their draft order picks. They've got picks.
They lose Flanders.
They've got
That's
15,
probably the biggest
18,
out.
24, 28, 29, 36, 52, 92, 110. That's 3,700 points. That's enough to. They probably still need to get a little bit creative, and maybe get a couple more points.
How many more of these academy players have they got in this
So
year?
they've got 2 potential top 5 picks.
Yeah.
Like if West Coast really wanted to stuff them up, they could probably bid on either Ezekiel or Dill Patterson at 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And then they've got maybe another first rounder in Bowl Adensel, maybe late first round. And then Kobe Coulson, Jai Murray, top 30, top 40 guys potentially. Like if the draft night goes bad for them, there's 2 guys in the top 5, another guy in maybe top 15, top 20, 2 other guys in the top 30.
Yeah.
They can't get all of them, I don't think. But 3,700 points. Bids at picks 3 and 4 or 4 and 5. They'll be able to get the first 2 boys. We might not leave them with a lot, but they've done really well to get track.
Yeah.
Get Jamara and have points for their academy boys, and keep Bailey Humphrey as well.
They should be minimum prelim next year with their ins, and Flanders wasn't getting enough midfield time. I don't think that's a huge out for them, considering they weren't playing for him.
He wasn't having this role.
Adding in Petracca, honestly, that has to be minimum prelim next year. Wow, yeah. I still can't, so are we going to hear about this Archie thing not happening?
What do you mean, hear what?
Because the Callum Archie thing.
Yeah.
Because that was the earliest one that was on the table.
Yeah.
And I thought that was done.
Nah, from day one, I think Cal Toomey kind of said this could go down on the wire, and this was ages out. Don't know how he knows this stuff so well, but I guess that's why he's the best in the business.
I don't understand it. And I said this often, I don't understand how it goes down to the wire. You have 8 business days to figure this shit out. Why does it all take until the last 5 minutes of? I mean, it's great for us because we get to do a stream about it.
Yeah.
Why does it take 8 business days to get all
I
these
don't know.
deals done.
Would you prefer it to be like 3 days or 5 days, or like be like really long and start from like the mid-season draft?
I reckon it all should be in one day. I reckon lock everybody in a room for a day and get it. No, I just think that there should be like the big deals. Like, why do they have to come down to the wire?
There's a lot that has to kind of work because obviously you need the players to tick it off if they're contracted.
Yeah,
Like Will Hayward, for example, wasn't looking to get traded, and then Sydney probably approached him and said, "Do you want to get traded?" Then he has to weigh that up. And then there's also medicals. Like I'm assuming Will Hayward hasn't done a medical with Carlton, but like a lot of players and clubs liked medicals ticked off before they even pursue deals.
wow. Wait, hang on. So, but old mate's in Brazil.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's some of the fascinating stuff is just like he can get traded, and he hasn't done a medical with them.
All right. Okay. I kind of get it. So, are you saying that it should be like a longer trade period?
No, I don't really know. I think what we've got's fine.
All right.
I think what we've got's fine.
Old Mitch status quo Keating over
No,
here.
but like mid-season trade period. Do we want that? Do we not? I'm not really.
I think
fussed.
a mid-season would be good.
I think it makes sense. I don't know.
But it
how
would
long-
be the same as like the mid-season draft, where it's just like, you
all
know,
done really quick.
like Max Heath would have gotten done in the mid-season trade period.
Yeah.
Braden Fiorini would have gotten done in the mid-season.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like, if they're free agents, how do we work that out?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're 6 months short of a contract finishing and whatever. Anyway, that's a discussion for another day. Ross
Yeah.
Lyons speaking.
Sorry?
Ross Lyons speaking. It's just popped up. I don't know if he looks happy or not. Ross doesn't always look happy though, does he?
Why is like, were any of the senior coaches in the room like during the trade period, apart from Ross? Was Ross in the rooms?
Well, he's there. He must have been.
I would like to. That is one question I think if we can get to interview someone, any coaches or anything. It's like
What role
how
do they play?
involved in the
They're
like
pretty
trade
involved.
period.
Yeah, they're pretty involved. Whether it's like the deadline day stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
But like they're pretty key figures. Chris Scott,
Well, then imagine
Scott,
Vossi.
Ross Lyons, they're usually pretty hands on. Like we saw when Clary was meeting with GWS, Adam Kingsley was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually the coaches are one of the first people they meet.
Like based on this, it seems like Vossi was also in Brazil when all this is going down because none of this sounds like it happened with his blessing.
Oh, that is something separate as well. Like how much is this Voss? Like if Voss says he doesn't want to trade Curnow,
Yeah.
like can list managers? That's one thing I don't know. I don't know how much power they always
The
have.
list. Yeah.
Because footy bosses and CEOs step in and.
Because like, does the list manager wouldn't report to the senior coach? Like the list manager would report to the football boss, wouldn't he?
Yeah, like there's
Because like you can fire the senior
an
coach.
interesting dynamic. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
also fire your footy boss. Like CEOs step in and
Yeah.
it is quite a fascinating dynamic when a coach probably might be losing a player he doesn't think should be going.
Yeah. All right.
What else
Should we wrap it up there?
Yeah, I was going to say we can see it's 8 o'clock, but what else we got to talk about? What's some of the earlier deals? Are there any earlier deals you want to talk about? I know we'll have a bit of a bigger recap. Coming
What
up.
was the James Warple deal?
Who's a free agent?
Okay, never mind.
They probably didn't get.
I'm
the
just
best.
looking at the ins and outs.
best pick for him.
Silvani, DeConning, like Saints. We should probably talk about the Saints. They pretty much got their way with everything apart from what was it?
Well, they didn't want Leclerc, so
They didn't want what?
they didn't want Leclerc. They wanted to keep Marshall, so
Yeah.
that's also they lose Jack Steele, but Cal Wilkie's probably captain. Quick look at the draft order, maybe.
Yep.
Picks 1 and 2 West
Is it
Coast.
updated?
Yeah, except for the Curnow stuff. But pick 11 will be Carlton's. So West Coast have 1 and 2. Richmond have 3 and 4. Essendon have 5 and 6. Melbourne have 7 and 8. Carlton have 9 and 11. Hawthorn have 10. GWS have 12. West Coast 13. Dogs 14. Gold Coast 15. 16's Adelaide's. 17's Brisbane's. 18's Gold Coast's. 19 Geelong. 20 Freo. 21 Essendon. 22 Hawthorn. And 23 Brisbane. 23 first round picks. That actually probably goes out to 27, maybe 28 picks on draft night 1.
Can we trade picks now still, or like
This
on
is the
draft
other thing.
night?
Yeah. you can trade picks on draft night. I have no idea if this pick swapping period still exists because I think it existed last year, but no one did a single trade because they all just wait and they ended up just
To do it on draft.
they end up just doing them on draft night. So I've
why is
no
it so
idea.
complicated?
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Okay. Cool. Should we
Yeah.
wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like I said, we'll have an extensive club by club recap coming up on YouTube in the next 24 hours, probably close to
When I
15 hours.
can we bother to
There
edit
we go.
it?
Trade approved.
Try to prove too.
We've got it. Charlie Curnow.
Oh,
So pick 31, pick 42, Charlie Curnow, and a 2027 round 2 selection tied to Carlton goes to Sydney for pick 11, 2026 round 1, 2027 round 1, and Will Hayward. It's a great deal for Carlton. Just going to have to bite the bullet and be without Charlie Curnow, who didn't want to be there. Yep. Will Hayward, who we tried to get last year. You also got Ollie Florin in another deal, which I don't hate.
that's a rebuild. Curnow.
That's so, yes. We spoke about Michael Voss at length, but I want to know.
Not that I want Carlton to be good, but yeah. Anyway. Cool.
All right.
All
I'll
right.
sign off there so I can
Well
do the
done.
spreadsheet.
Congratulations, St Kilda. I think that's
Who
it.
won trade period? Are we running with this?
Who? Well, yeah. Who won?
Trade?
You'd have to say. You'd have to say either or Gold Coast.
Essendon? No.
Essendon actually.
Essendon got first round pick for Sam
No,
Draper.
Essendon lost.
Essendon got first round pick for Sam Draper. They've got Zach Merritt.
Brisbane won trade period, and they didn't even trade anyone.
Wait, dude.
They just got him fucking Sam Draper and Oscar Allen.
I lose Starcevic, but they kind of lost him for not a lot. Wait, did Essendon leave trade period with more or less dignity?
Less.
Less dignity,
Less.
even though they held Zach Merritt to his contract.
Yeah. Because they put out, like, they just caused... It was the most Essendon trade period ever. They just, like, caused so much chaos for themselves and another team. And they didn't... Like, now you just have Zach Merritt playing for you who doesn't want to be there.
No, I'm fine
And,
with
like, who's going to play well. But it's
don't
like...
listen to him, Essendon fans. I think you did a great job.
I think they should be...
Oh, we've got half
fine
an hour to
with
spend
it.
on this now.
They should be fine with it. But, like, surely you didn't want to have to go through all this.
No, but at the same time, they told Hawthorn from the start, we don't have to do this. And Hawthorn kept coming. So,
Yeah.
like, it's nothing bad for Hawthorn. They're fine.
So you think that
Except
they...
for the part where they obviously missed out on Petracca or De Goey.
But you don't think that it looks bad for them that their captain is
Oh, that-
like
yeah, she
clawing at the door
Yeah,
to
but-
get
but
out
that-
and
that-
doing everything he can to
that
get
looks-
out of the club?
That looked bad day one of trade period.
Yeah.
I don't think it doesn't change on day two, but I think now that they get out of trade period and they've still got him, they're like, screw it, you're staying with us. We own you. You signed a contract. I like it. Balls up.
Yeah. I like so I'm thinking if the shoe was on the other foot. So if we held Petracca to his contract and just said, we're not trading you, he's too valuable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would feel weird that he doesn't want to be there. Because he's a leader of the club.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll find out in the comments.
All right. Thanks
I'm
for
going to
watching.
carry this over to the club by club.
Yeah.
Joey, can you hit end stream? Thank you for watching. Thank you for the questions. Crazy trade period.
See you soon.
The big white button. Damn, done.
All right. Let me do this spreadsheet.
Yeah, can you update?
1,000 people on our draft.